Hi Gemini, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Gemini, in today's reading, I am going to give you a couple of the oracle. Do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started on your reading. Also wanted to thank you guys for if you joined my live last week. Really appreciate it. We'll be doing more. Thank you so much for participating if you were there or just viewing. Doesn't matter. All right, so let's get started on your reading. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Gemini for their highest good spirit. Oh. Wow, nice. All right, so you have watching clouds, lay back, rest, and relax. Yes, definitely. Can't stress that enough. You know, really take it easy, you guys. Really rest, really just take care of yourself, okay? Needing to take care of yourself more, resting and enjoying your life. Enjoy your life. You have reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. So I do feel like you are on the path of what you're wanting to do. I feel like you're going to do what you want to. That you're not going to hesitate. That's very nice. You know, keep going forward. Okay. Your light is shining brightly. I do feel like you are the light for a lot of people. If you didn't know, you are. Okay. So nice. All right. So let's see what's going on in your reading. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Gemini, 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 Gemini. One for the current for Gemini. So you have the you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nice. Really find your confidence, really listen to yourself, put your energy into something that is going to make you happy. You know how to do things. You do. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's talking about finding your courage and your confidence also. One for the situation. The Five of Swords, still angry about things, you know, a lot of things that have happened in your life, people walking away, you know, stuff like that. Let's see what else. One for the past or now, the Hangman. I feel like you're continuously waiting on something to happen, to come in. Also feel like you need to look at things in a different way, okay? Look at things in a different perspective. One for what's hidden. The Knight of Swords, fast moving energy. I feel like you're definitely moving forward. But really be careful on how you're doing things, okay? Don't rush into things, but really move forward fast. There's fast energy here. One for the hopes and the fears. The Ace of Cups. Wow, new beginning, new path. Have compassion, have forgiveness for things, okay? Really have that. I feel like there could be a new person coming in also. Feel like you're in your emotions a lot lately. One for the what you need to do now. Definitely overthinking about a lot. Worried, frustrated, trying to figure things out. Wow. Overthinking, you guys. You're overthinking. One for the what you need to work on. Yeah, the Empress here. Really nurture yourself. You know, you could be a mother, or you have that loving energy around you. Put your energy into something that is going to make you happy. I feel like you have a lot of ideas to put out there, but you're not putting them out there. I feel like you need to have gratitude for everything that you have, big or small, okay? And then the outcome. What is the outcome for Gemini? Oh, the Magician. Thinking positive. Be positive in everything that you're doing, especially, you know, like, because you're overthinking a lot here. I feel like you're overthinking, you know, like you're angry, you're overthinking, and you're waiting, and I feel like you need to move on from that. I feel like you have all the tools necessary to manifest what you're wanting, but there's just like a lot of, there's negativity here, you know, and I can't stress that more. You know, you're in your feelings a lot here, Gemini. You do have the King of Swords, you know, really communicate better, be bold, be courageous about things, you know, everything that's going on he didn't become a king just by sitting there. He took the initiative in his own hands and figured out what was going on. You do have the eight of Pentacles. All this hard work will definitely pay off. Everything that you've been doing, working hard, trying to do things, it's going to pay off, but you got to put work into it also. Like, you got to do the work. If you're in a spiritual path, you also got to do the work. Things are just not going to just fall out of the sky. You got to make things happen. You got to do the way things that you're wanting to do. Like, if you're angry and you're holding on to feelings, you got to try to let that go. If you're worried, you got to think positive that everything will work out, stuff like that. You do have the Moon card here. The Moon card is definitely asking you to trust your intuition. I feel like you're not really seeing clearly on things either, okay? And there is definitely some kind of ending that came through or is going to come through very soon. Ooh, okay. So, you guys, you're not the only one. There's a lot of the signs that are going through so much. It's very hectic right now with all this energy, but, you need to think positive in everything, okay? Like, be positive. Know that everything will work out, Try to trust yourself and be flexible on things. All right, here we go. So, Gemini, do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Gemini. Gemini. All right, why is the Nine of Pentacles here for Gemini? So, you are definitely moving forward. I feel like you are definitely moving forward no matter what. I feel like you need to find your courage and your confidence. You're very independent. You do know how to do things. And, sometimes you forget how strong you are. And you're very strong-willed. Also, focus on what it is that you're wanting to create. Really trust yourself and work on yourself. Tell yourself how good you are. Believe in yourself that you can create things. Also, they're asking you to be flexible on things that, because there's some kind of offer coming in with this Two of Cups. There's this decision that you're making, that things, could be slow around you, but, eventually they're going to start moving forward, because definitely with the Knight of Swords here, Knight of Wands, moving forward, moving fast. Be flexible on things that, maybe there are offers coming towards you that are not for you, that you're thinking, hey, that's not what I wanted, but maybe you're supposed to try something new. Like, really try, be spontaneous, try something new. What's going to hold you back? What if you just try it for a little bit and see how that comes out, because you never know. That's what they're saying. Be flexible on what it is that what you're doing, okay? Appreciate the little things that you have around you. Find joy in what's around you, okay? Also, to that decision is here. Be flexible about it. You have the Five of Swords here in the situation, and why is the Five of Swords here? One more card. All right, so so this could be about a work. This could be about a work thing going on in your life. That you've been working hard at whatever it is that you're trying to achieve or do, and it just makes you very angry. Or you could have left a work position or job, or switching jobs, and it's made you very frustrated and very sad. And I feel like you feel mad about it, and I feel like you really need to leave things, behind. Like, whatever it is, if you're changing jobs or changing positions, then it's time for you to leave, because sometimes, we may not know it, but because we are no longer supposed to be there. Even if it gets you upset, even if it makes you mad that, well, everything changed because I lost this or I lost that, or I work so hard, but I still get this and I still go through that, and they're asking you to really leave that behind, okay? Really leave that behind. And I feel like you are definitely going through a healing, because you are feeling a lot right now, Gemini. Wow. But like I said, you are going to be moving forward. So let's see what else, okay? Right now, you're feeling very upset about a lot of things. You could have been painful. Could have been, that you're switching jobs, or you're needing to look for another job, or you left a career, But we'll see. You have the hangman here, and the hangman is saying that for you to look at things differently. Look at them differently. Whatever it is that you're going through, look at them differently. I feel like you work very hard. I feel like you feel like you're like somebody took something away from you, and I feel like you're very upset about it. Also, with the hangman, I feel like you need to look at things differently. I feel like you need to find your patience with everything that's going on. Really have patience for everything, okay? And I do believe it's now. You have the Knight of Swords here. And why is the Knight of Swords here for for Gemini? Sorry, you guys, I just did Aquarius. For Gemini, wow, okay. All right, so with the Knight of Swords here, like I said, I do feel like you are definitely moving forward. But I feel like, you need to slow down, okay? Like, really take your time with things, really slow down, but definitely moving forward. I feel like you still have, like, some kind of anger you're holding on to. And they're asking you because you're moving very fast. There's things that you're wanting very fast. Like, I want this, I want that, I want to go here and I want to go do that. But it's like you get disappointed when it doesn't come in, And that's what they're saying right now. Like, there are things that you're not seeing clearly. There are things that you're just like moving towards something and not trusting your intuition, not using your gut feeling. And they're asking you to slow down, okay? Really slow down on things. Also, with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you're wanting so much, making decisions, wanting this, wanting that. But you need to be realistic with everything. Like, can you afford this? Can you have this? Can you really do this? Stuff like that. Be realistic. There's decisions here that you're going to have to make very soon. And they want you to clear your mind, to go within, to trust your intuition, to trust your knowing, because you have that. But you don't use it because you're such in a rush sometimes. And that's what they're saying. Be realistic with everything that you're wanting. Be real about it. There is decisions that you're going to have to make very soon. You have the Ace of Cups here. And why is the Ace of Cups in the hopes and fears? One more card. All right. So with the Ace of Cups, there is a new path here. There's a new beginning coming through. It's trying to come through for you. But really have compassion for things, okay? Really have compassion, really have forgiveness for everything, for yourself also. I feel like you need to start valuing yourself. Like, really, really know that you're important to people. Even though you feel like you're not, really feel like you are. Really know that you are. I feel like your emotions could be overflowing also. Like, you could be really in your feelings right now. I feel like you need to go with the flow on things. With the Page of Swords here, I feel like you're needing to see the truth in a lot of things, Try not to jump into conclusions. Try not to be mean either when you're expressing yourself. Really, really do your research before you start talking about anything or anyone, okay? Because maybe it's not true, whatever it is that you're thinking, but maybe you just heard it from somebody and it's like they're telling you, hey, that's not true, that's not right, There's a new path here. There's a new beginning. This is something that you're wanting, and it's coming in because you have that Ace of Cups. But you need to see the truth in things, really express yourself better, communicate better with things and people, okay? And then you have the Nine of Swords here. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Gemini? Okay. All right. So you do have the Nine of Swords here. You're in your mind a lot. You see this card and she's got her head in her hand, her face in her hand. She's got like some kind of veil over her because it's like she doesn't want to see anything else but this worry. Oh, she's worried. You're worried about, this, you're worried about that, Oh, how am I going to do it? You never see the positive, and you need to get away from that. Leave that anger behind. Leave that frustration behind. Leave that worry behind. Stop overthinking about things. Let everything come in. Trust who you believe in. Trust yourself that you're doing everything that you need to. Okay? You need to nurture yourself. You're in your mind a lot. You're overthinking about everything. Really nurture yourself on everything that you're doing. Take care of yourself better, Gemini. Take care of your health. Listen to your body. Listen to how you're responding, because you're very emotionally, you're angry. You're very emotionally angry because you have the 501s here also. 501s is saying, you're angry about so much, but what it is that you need to let it go. You need to try to let it go. Stop waiting around for things that are, that are not going to happen. Stop waiting around for someone. Go forward. Just keep moving on and live your life to the fullest, is what they're saying. You have the Empress card here and what you need to work on. Wow. The Empress is saying nurture yourself. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Have gratitude for the things that you have, big and small. Really have gratitude. I feel like there's been a lot of anger around you. Something has come to an end, is coming to an end very soon. And it's going to be painful, Things are not the same anymore like they used to be because things have changed. We're all changing. We're all going in different directions. We're all realizing so much now. But you need to really know that, when this comes in, the Ten of Swords, it's going to go straight to the Ace of Swords. But you still have to go through this because you're going through so much. You're overthinking a lot here. You're worried, you're mad, and, you're sad. But it's up to you to change all that. And really take care of yourself. Okay? Really take care of yourself because you have the Four of Swords here. You've done everything that you could. You've done the best of it. So just go forward. Rest. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. It's time. Things have ended. Things have gone. It's time for you to start living life for you, Gemini. And then you have the Magician. And why is the Magician here? For Gemini. All right, so you do have the Magician card here. Like I say all the time with this card, you create the world around you. If you want, are you going to want a negative world or are you going to have a happy world? And that's what they're asking you. Think positive in everything because remember, you need to go within and self-reflect on this, on a lot of these things that are going on in your life. See the light in everything. Stop seeing the dark. Be positive in everything. Put things in order. Start doing things the way you need to do and start thriving so that you can start being successful, so you can do what you're wanting to. Put things in order. And things will balance out. They will. You are very divinely guided, but it's up to you to change the way you're feeling, the way you're doing things. If you have faith, if you believe, you will reach what you're wanting to reach. But being in this negative place right here, you're not going to. You need to change that, okay? Balance things out. Don't be in your mind all the time. Balance your emotions on what you're doing, okay? Wow. It's a lot, Gemini. You're definitely going through a lot right now. So think positive, okay? All right, Gemini. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.